Imagine a crowded room. There's tension in the air. A young boy from the inner city of North Philadelphia sits down to play the most important chess game of his life. Little did he know that the moves that he was about to make would shape his future in ways that he couldn't even imagine. What can a game of chess teach us about overcoming challenges in our careers and personal lives? How can the strategies used on a chessboard help us become better leaders and decision makers? In today's episode, I'm going to share a personal story that changed my life and reveal how the lessons that I learned from chess have become a secret weapon in my toolkit for success. So, whether you are an engineer, a business owner, or anyone facing tough challenges, this episode might just give you the breakthrough that you're looking for. So, stay tuned so that you can discover how that you can checkmate your challenges and engineer your success one move at a time. I want to welcome you to the Engineer Your Success podcast. I am your host, Dr. James Bryant, and it is my pleasure to guide you on your journey to designing and living a life where you are winning at work and at home. This podcast provides tools, tips, and techniques to help you achieve success both in business and in life. And in today's episode, we're going to explore how the game of chess can teach us valuable lessons about leadership and success. Now, I'm not going to cover all of the lessons that chess that I'm not going to cover all of the lessons that you can get from the game of chess. I'm focused on what I learned early on. This is in the very beginning when I was learning how to play chess and how that has carried me forward and helped me achieve success in many different facets of life. So picture this. There's a young James Bryant sitting across from his opponent in a crucial chess match at Vaux Junior High School in North Philadelphia. In the 70s and 80s, Vaux was renowned for its chess program. I was a latecomer to chess. I learned chess from my cousin Keith, but when I started learning it, I really took to it like a fish to water. There I was trying out this for this prestigious team. The final game here would determine if I made the cut and my ranking on the team. The game was really intense, going back and forth, piece for piece, strategy for strategy. As time ran out for the day, we had to pause the game and resume when we returned to school the next day. So that night, I did something that would prove pivotal in my development. And that is I began to visualize the board in my mind. I could see every piece, every square. I recreated the final position as best I could remember. And I played out different scenarios, visualizing myself making the moves and overcoming challenges in order to find a path to victory. The next day, when we resumed the match, some of my opponents moved. Their moves played exactly into scenarios that I had visualized. So this made it easier for me to make the moves that I needed to secure victory, join the chess team, and take that number one seat position. So there were three lessons that, as I reflect back on that experience, there are three lessons that I take from that. One is visualization. So visualization in leadership and life is really key. Whether you're designing a complex system, leading a team through a tough project, or navigating a challenging situation for your organization, you have to be able to see yourself working through obstacles to reach your goal. Visualization isn't just daydreaming, it's a powerful tool that primes your brain for success and helps you to identify potential pitfalls before they occur. It also helps you identify potential strategies that you can use to avoid those pitfalls. And number two would be strategic thinking. In chess, you don't just think about the next move, you think about several moves ahead while remaining conscious of your current position and your opponent's actions. The same applies to your business or life. Everyday decisions have a ripple effect. Strategic thinking forces you to look ahead, consider all the angles, and to make decisions that lead to long term success. For instance, if you're a small business owner, You could apply this to cash flow management, making strategic investments in inventory, or making those investments in technology while keeping an eye on the long term impact. Lesson number 3 was just learning how to stay calm under pressure. Sitting across from an opponent trying to outthink you with the clock ticking can be overwhelming. I learned to stay calm and trust my process, to trust my training and my visualization. In your professional and personal life, you will face high pressure situations. The key, or one of the keys, is to stay focused and resilient. Remember, pressure is part of the process. Embrace it, trust your strategy, and learn to push through it. Interestingly, as I was preparing for this episode, um, and I was going through the steps that I took to overcome that obstacle, it really lined up well with the engineer's blueprint for success. The steps that I use, the steps that I've used through life, and the steps that I take clients through. Number one, focus on what matters most. In this case, I was focused on winning the chess match. So I knew what the goal was. 2, visualize what success looks like when you're focused on what matters most and you're doing those things. So then I was able to see myself winning that chess match. 3, design a plan. When I went through those different scenarios as to, okay, if the person is going to make this move, this will be my counter, or if they're going to do this, then I would do X. That is very similar to designing a plan. And step number 4 is to execute that plan. And as always, be ready to adapt. This framework can guide you through any challenges, whether it's personal, business, or career related. There's a link in the show notes where you can download your own copy of the Engineer's Blueprint for Success. But here's the challenge for you this week. I want you to take the biggest problem that you're facing right now, whether personal or professional, and put it on an imaginary chessboard. And I want you to think, what's the first strategic move that you can make today to get you closer to solving it? How can you visualize success and see yourself overcoming the obstacles? Remember, success doesn't come all at once. It's built one move at a time through strategic thinking, resilience, and action. Next week, I want to dive a little bit deeper into the power of strategic thinking and go through a step-by-step process of building a winning strategy for any challenge that you face. If you found this episode's valuable, what I want you to do is make sure that you subscribe, leave a review, and share the episode with someone who may need inspiration and encouragement. So I'm going to end this podcast episode like I end every podcast episode, and that's this. Many people know what to do. Fewer people know how to do it. And there's a select group of people that actually follow through, do it, and are living the life of their dreams. I want you to be part of that select few. Be great this week. Thanks.